your ecstatic chanting. I would like to read the 10 offenses to the holy name, which are to be avoided, written by Srila Vyasadeva in Padma Purana. 1. To blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their life for propagating the holy name of the Lord. 2. To consider the name of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal or to be independent of the name of Lord Vishnu. 3. To disobey the order of the spiritual master. 4. To blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version. 5. To consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. 6. To give some interpretation to the holy name of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. 8. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in Vedas as fruitive activity karma kanda. 9. To instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10. To not to have a complete faith in chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachment even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success of Krishna Prema. Once again, I thank everyone for joining today's Bhakti Sangha conference call. Before we move on to the Srimad Bhagavatam class, may I know who all joined this morning?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Danvat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Arvind Das from Chicago. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Arvindaksha Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and giving your association. Welcome. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for joining and giving your association. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna, is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves? Please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all the assembled devotees. This is Indulekha Karuna Devi Dasi from Uma.
Hare Krishna, Indulekha Karuna Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna Mataji. This is Saroja from Atibela, Bangalore, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Saroja Mataji.
Very
Please
happy to see you and all, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Saroja Mataji. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Is this first time you are joining, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji. First time, Mataji. Yes,
Hari Bol, Mataji. Thank you. Please join us every day, Mataji. We have everyday Srimad Bhagavatam classes and many other classes. If you are in our WhatsApp group, you will get the notification of all the classes that we provide, Mataji, in this
yes,
platform.
Mataji. Sure, Mataji.
Yeah, I will be
Yes,
sharing the link here to join our WhatsApp group if you are not in that, so that you will get
I am
notification.
there,
of all the
Mataji. I
classes.
am there in Chapa group. I am there, Mataji. So
Okay, very nice, Mataji. Very nice. Welcome, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. All glories Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devi Dasi from Raleigh.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining every single day, giving your association. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. Dandavad pranams. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. This is Nandapriya Narmada Devi Dasi from Charlotte, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Nandapriya Narmada Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining every day, giving your association. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj and Gauranga and all the assembled devotees on the call. This is Harita from Missouri City, Texas, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Harita Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining and giving your association. Welcome to the call. Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves? Please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. My humble obeisances to all the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. This is Sushmita from Canada. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Shushmita Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining every day, giving your association. Welcome to the call. Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves?
Hare Krishna, Nita Gandarika Mataji. My humble obeisances to you and all assembled devotees, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Sorry, Mataji, today I couldn't start, but I'm just joining to listen the class while working, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Param Bhavana Shama Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining. It's okay, Mataji. Today we will cover for you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today we are very fortunate to have His Holiness Sundar Chaitanya Goswami Maharaj to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 11th chapter, 15 and 16 verse. Before I hand over the call to Maharaj, I would like to read the brief introduction about Maharaj. Yeah, His Holiness Sundara Chaitanya Goswami Maharaj, amongst the senior most disciples of His Holiness Lokanath Swami Maharaj, is an international motivational speaker, leadership trainer, and renowned youth preacher. He specializes in inspiring and empowering people to realize their true self. As a keynote speaker, thousands of people have discovered a new light from his energetic workshops worldwide. He is basically from Mauritius, where he came in contact with ISKCON in 1982. In 1986, Maharaj joined the Brahmachari Ashrama, dedicated his life to the mission. From 1988 to 1992, he served as a Sankirtan leader in Mauritius. Maharaj has served as a temple president in Mauritius and in Nagpur, India for several years. He travels to many countries. He is very active in preaching in Noida, Delhi, Europe, Italy, England, France, South America. He has managed interfaith events, bringing together the communities of different religious faith in order to strengthen their faith and belief in God together. He has opened ISKCON preaching centers all over the world. Maharaj Sundar Chaitanya Swami Goswami is popular for his outstanding lectures and seminars about the philosophy of Krishna consciousness with expertise in bhajans and kirtans. He has been instrumental in providing teachings of Vedic scriptures, Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita for past and at present. Maharaj is a lecturer at Vaishnava Institute of Higher Education, Sri Vrindavan Dham in India. He has also been an inspirational coordinator to various international level festivals in Mauritius. He has managed the famous 3-day Rath Yatra festival in Mauritius, which is attended by thousands of guests. Hare Krishna. We are really very fortunate to have Maharaj on the call. I think still Maharaj did not join. If anybody would like to introduce themselves, they can introduce. Otherwise, we can continue our chanting. Okay, let's continue our chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji, did you call?
Yeah, see, I just now called Maharaj and Maharaj said he is stuck in the traffic. So it will take 10 more minutes to reach home.
Oh, okay. So we can do bhajans, Mataji, then?
Yeah, we can do bhajan and we can read the shloka.
Okay, let's do 1 or 2 bhajan and then do sloka, Mataji, because 10 minutes,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, 10
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah.
Yes,
Anybody would like to sing a bhajan? Do we have our Sukhasagari Mataji? Sukhasagari Mataji. Anybody would like to sing?
It's Kartik month, so we can sing about Vrindavan.
Yes, anybody.
We can share the screen.
Yeah, sure, Mataji. Whatever song they would like to sing, we'll share that song. Who wants to sing? Okay, we have to recite in this month the 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. If nobody wants to do that, at least we can recite Bhagavad Gita then. What do you think, Mataji? Shamagauri Mataji?
Yeah, this morning time is busy now, so everybody's...
Yeah, everybody's busy. Yeah, we can do Bhagavad Gita then. I will recite Bhagavad Gita.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. Yes, anybody want to sing?
Hare Krishna Mataji, I want to sing that Goswami Ashtakam Mataji.
What Astakam, Mataji?
That Goswami Ashtakam Mataji.
Okay, Indu Mataji, can you share that? Shadkos Ramaya Astakam. We miss our Sukaka Krishna Prabhu. If he is there, no problem. He always sings.
Haribol. Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, Mataji, we can start. Mataji sharing.
Okay, Mataji. Thank you. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Shri Shri Shad Goswami Ashtakam by Srinivas Acharya. कृष्णो कीर्तन गान नर्तन परो प्रेमामृताम्बो निधि धीरा धीर जना प्रिय प्रिय करो निर्मत्सरो पूजितो श्री चैतन्य कृपाधरो भुवो भारावहं तारको वन्दे रूप सनातन रघुयुगो श्रीजीव गोपालको नाना शास्त्र विचारणे कनिपुणो सद्धर्म संस्थापको लोकानां हितकारिणो त्रिभुवने मन्यो शरण्याकरो राधा कृष्ण पदारविन्द भजना नन्देन मत्तालिको वन्दे रूप सनातन रघुयुगो श्रीजीव गोपालको श्री गौरांग गुणानुबन्धन विधो श्रद्धा समृद्धनितो पापोतापनिकृन्तनो तनुभृतं गोविन्द गानामृतिः आनन्दां बुद्धिवर्धने कनिपुणो कैवल्यनिस्तारको वन्दे रूप सनातन रघुयुगो श्रीजीव गोपालको त्यक्त्वा तुन्नमसे समण्डलपति श्रेणी सदा तुच्छवत् भूत्वा दीनगणेशको करुणया कोपिन्न कण्ठास्थितो गोपी भावरसामृतबदलहरी कल्लोलमग्नो मुहुः वन्दे रूप सनातन रघुयुगो श्रीजीव गोपालको कुज्जत् कोकिलहंस सारसगणा किन्ने मयूराकुले नानारत्ननिबद्धमुलबिटप श्रीयुक् वृन्दावने राधा कृष्ण महर्निश प्रभजतो जीवार्थयोजो मुदा वन्दे रूप सनातन रघुयुगो श्रीजीव गोपालको संख्यापूर्वक नाम गाननतिभिः कालावसानी कृतो निद्राहार विहारकादिविजितो चात्यन्तदिन्नो चोजो राधा कृष्ण गुण स्मतेर्मधुरिमा नन्देन सम्मोहितो वन्दे रूप सनातन रघुयुगो श्रीजीव गोपालको राधा कुण्ड तटे कालिन्द तनया तीरे च बंसी बटे प्रेमो नाद बसादते सदसया गस्तौ प्रमोतौ सदा गायन्तौ च कदा हरि गुणबरं भावाभिभूतो मुदा वन्दे रूप सनातन रघुयुगो श्रीजीव गोपालको हे राधे व्रज देवी के चललिते हे नंद सुनो कृतः श्री गोवर्धन कल्प पाद पतले कालिंदी वन्ये कुतः गोसांसा वीति सर्वत ब्रजपुरे हे वे महाबिहुलो वन्दे रूप सनातन रघुयुगो श्रीजीव गोपालको वन्दे रूप सनातन रघुयुगो श्रीजीव गोपालको कृष्णो कीर्तन गान नर्तन परो प्रेमामृताम्बो निधि धीरा धीर जना प्रिय प्रिय करो निर्मत्सरो पूजितो श्री चैतन्य कृपा भरो भुवि भुवो भारावहं तारको वन्दे रूप सनातन रघुयुगो श्रीजीव गोपालको हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल हरे कृष्णा श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय श्रील महाराज थैंक यू माता जी हरे
Thank you,
कृष्ण
Sushmita Mataji, for singing so beautifully. Very grateful to you. We will read the meaning, or anybody want to sing any other bhajan?
Mataji, can I sing Vrajapasitam? Chaurashtakam.
Sure, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. व्रजे प्रसिद्धं नवनीतचोरं गोपाङ्गनानां च दुकूलचोरम् अनेकजन्मार्जितपापचोरं चोराग्रगण्यं पुरुषं नमामि श्रीराधिकाया हृदयस्य चोरं नवम्बुधश्यामलकान्तिचोरम् पादाश्रितानां च समस्तचोरं चोराग्रगण्यं पुरुषं नमामि अकिञ्चनीकृत्य पदाश्रितं यः करोति भिक्षुं पतिगेहहीनम् केनाप्यहो भीषणचोरयेद्रिग् दृष्टश्रुतो वा न जगत्त्रयेऽपि यदीयनामापि हरत्यशेषं गिरिप्रसारानपि पापराशिम् आश्चर्यरूपो ननु चोरयेद्रे दृष्टश्रुतो वा न मया कदापि धनं च मानं च तत्तेन्द्रियाणि प्राणां च हृत्वा मम सर्वमेव पलायसे कुत्र धृतोऽद्य चोर त्वं भक्तिधाम्नासि मया निरुद्धः चिन्नत्सि घोरं यमपाशबन्धं भिन्नत्सि भीमं भवपाशबन्धम् चिन्नत्सि सर्वस्य समस्तबन्धं नैवात्मनो भक्तकृतं तु बन्धम् मन्मानसे तामसराशि घोरे कारागृहे दुःखमये निबद्धः लभस्व हे चोर हरे चिराय स्वचौर्यदोषोचितं येव दण्डम् कारागृहे वस सदा हृदये मदीये मद्भक्तिपाशदृढबन्धननिश्चल सन् त्वां कृष्ण हे प्रलयकोटिशन्तान्तरेऽपि सर्वस्वचोरहृदयान्न हि मोचयामि व्रजप्रसिद्धं नवनीतचोरं चोराग्रगण्यं गोपाङ्गनानां च दुकूलचोरम् अनेकजन्मार्जितपापचोरं चोराग्रगण्यं पुरुषं नमामि हरे कृष्णा हरे 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 राम हरे 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 कृष्ण
Thank you, Mataji. Sukhsagari Mataji wants to sing Damodarashtakam.
Mataji, Maharaj is coming now.
Okay, then we can wait for him. That's good, Mataji. Fine.
He called me and he said he's just putting on laptop. He'll be there in like 2 minutes.
Okay, I can continue chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
You
Hare.
wanted to read the meaning, right? The whatever we sang.
Oh, but now Maharaj is coming, right, Mataji?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can chant Mataji because we don't have to stop in between if Maharaj comes. So we can directly hand over the call to him. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Maharaj is there. Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna, Haribo.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Maharaj, for joining and giving your recitation. We are very fortunate to have you on the call. Please take over, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
My apologies for a little bit late. I got stuck on the road. But
That's fine, Maharaj. Thank you so much for your recitation. We are very grateful to you. Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Just tell me the sloka, Mataji.
Yes,
Canto?
Maharaj, 7th canto, 11th chapter, 15 and 16th verse. 7th canto, 11th chapter, 15 and 16. Yeah, Mataji is sharing on the screen too. You can see on the screen.
Yeah. 16 and
15 and 16.
15. Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaivam Narotamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Dirayet Nashtapresha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatirtamasloke Bhakti Bhavati Nashtike. So this is Bhagavatam, okay, the 7th chapter, 11th text, 2 texts, right? 15 and 16 today.
Yes.
Vaishashtu Vartavriteshan Nityam Brahma Kulanugaha Srudasya Dvija Shusrusa Vritischa Swamino Bhavet. The mercantile community should always follow the directions of the Brahmanas and engage in such occupational duties as agriculture, trade, and protections of cows. For the Sudras, the only duty is to accept a master from higher social order and engage in his service. Text 16. Varta vichitra salina yaya vara silonchanam vipravritti chaturdeyam sreyasi chotarottara. As an alternative, a Brahmana may also take to the Vaishya's occupational duty of agriculture, cow protection, or trade. He may depend on that which he has received without begging. He may beg in the paddy field every day. He may collect paddy left in the field by its proprietor, or he may collect food grain left here and there in the shops of dealers. These are the 4 means of livelihood that may also be adopted by Brahmanas. Among these 4, each of them is in succession is better than the one preceding it. Purport by His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. A Brahmana is sometimes offered land and cows in charity, and thus for his livelihood may act in the same way as a Vaishya, by cultivating land, giving protection to cows, and trading off his surpluses. A better process, however, is to pick up grains from a field or from a dealer's shop without begging. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnanandana Salakaya Chakshurun Miritam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Sayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadandikam. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kantarada Kanta Namasite Tapta Kanchana Gorangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhana Siti Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhyayavacha Paritanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhaktavrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Just 1 minute. Just put it high. The laptop is a bit higher so that you can see all of Hare Krishna. Yeah. Hare Krishna, everyone, and like to welcome you all to this Bhagavatam class. And again, I would like to beg for apologies, and I was late and I got stuck on the road. And this is very nice, beautiful, from this 7th chapter about in regard to the other caste, Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudras, how do they act? Normally, the Brahmanas are in the mode of goodness, Kshatriyas in the mode of passion, the Vaishyas in the mixed mode of passion and ignorance, and then the Shudras are in the modes of ignorance. That's what it is said. So, and previously the Sudras, they always, have somebody working under someone on a higher. For the Sudras, the only duty is to accept the master from a higher social order and engage in his service. But the Brahmanas, they are the head of society. It's like a body. Prabhupada gives that reference. Body, the legs compared to the Shudras, the hands, the belly. The belly is like the Vaishyas, and both hands compared to be like the Kshatriyas, and the head is the Brahmana. Even the Kshatriyas, they have to take counseling from the Brahmanas, how to rule. They go to the forest and get information how to rule the country. So the Brahmanas, they are the head of society. And unfortunately, Prabhupada is saying that this world nowadays we are living in is a headless society. And the Kshatriyas, they are ruling without any guidance from the sadhus. They are rogues and thieves who are rulers. But long ago, there were Kshatriyas who were Raja Rishi themselves. But of course, they would also, like Maharaj Parikshit, would go to the forest, meet the sages, the sadhus, to inquire. So, but the Brahmanas, they are the head of society. We understand that what is Brahmana? Brahma Jananiti. Brahmana. Brahma Jananiti Brahmana. Who is a Brahmana? One who knows Brahman. Brahman means a Supreme Lord. There's many definitions for Brahman. Atato Brahma Jigyasa. A Brahma Jananiti Brahmana. One who is a Brahmana, one who knows the Brahman, the Lord, the Supreme Absolute Truth. Jananiti, who knows. So not everyone that admits that purpose. Of course, there are 3 classes of Brahmanas also. The 3 classes of Brahmanas, Dvija. The first one is Dvija, and then Vipra, and then Vaishnava. So Dvija, Vipra, and then the Vaishnava. And there is also the 3rd class Dvija. The 3rd class Dvija. They are initiated, yes, but they are ritualistically initiated. The 3rd class Dvija. It is 3rd class, the Dvija is 3rd class. The 2nd class is the Vipra. The Vipra they are learned in the Vedas. The Vipra. They are learned in the Vedas. So they learn the Vedas, yes, very, very pakka in the Vedas. So they are called Dvija. So, and the 1st class Brahmanas are the Vaishnavas. This is the 1st class Brahmanas. Because they know the goal of the Vedas. What is the goal of the Vedas? Is to always remember Krishna and to never forget Krishna. So this is the first class Brahmana, means the Vaishnavas are the first class. Because we understand that the spiritual give this candidate a sacred thread. In this way, a man becomes twice born, or dvija. Dvija means twice born. Dvija means twice born, two births, a second birth. First birth is given by the parents, and the spiritual master gives the second birth. So after qualification of the dvija, after rising up, and then one may study the Vedas, and after becoming well versed in the Vedas, and one become a Vipra. So he's a Vipra, called Vipra. Like Brahmana Sudama Vipra. Right? We call him Sudama Vipra. A Vipra is a qualified Brahmana. He has also realized the absolute truth and further making progress in his spiritual life. And then the Vipra until reaching the Vaishnava stage. Right? So the Vaishnava stage is like a postgraduate status of a Brahmana. I repeat again. So a Vaishnava stage is a postgraduate status of a Brahmana. It means it's a progressive Brahmana. So a progressive Brahmana must become a Vaishnava. Must and necessary should become a Vaishnava. So another word for a Vaishnava is a self-realized learned Brahmana. So I repeat again, a Vaishnava is a postgraduate Brahmana. So a Brahmana must become become a Vaishnava, because a Vaishnava is a self-realized learned Brahmana. That's the status of a Vaishnava. It means a Vaishnava is higher. So a Dvija or a Vipra, a Dvija or Vipra who is not a devotee can't know the real sense of the Shastra. Right? A Dvija or Brahman Vipra who is not a devotee. It's like a crooked lawyer. He's a lawyer, but he's a crooked lawyer. What does a crooked lawyer do? He earns money to enrich himself. Crooked lawyer. By hook or crook. You know? So it's like this crooked lawyer. He'll use the law to enrich himself materially. So this is what happened. The non-devotee Dvija, the non-devotee Dvija, the non-devotee Vipra is what is meant by them as Smarta Brahmanas. They are called Smarta Brahmana. Smarta, like smart. Smarta Brahmana. Right? So what does a Smarta Brahmana do? They totally reversed the instruction of the Padma Purana. They reverse it. The Smarta Brahmana. What do they do? Rather than to always remember Krishna and to fulfill the rules, regulations. Yeah. So the instruction lies this: we should always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna, and thus fulfilling the rules and regulations. Right? So, but what do? They remember the rules, regulations, but forget Krishna. So Vaishnava, they always remember Krishna, also fulfilling the rules, regulations. But the smart Brahmana, they remember the rules, regulations, very, very pakka rules, regulation, but forgetting Krishna. So these are called the Smarta Brahmanas, the caste Brahmanas. Yes, caste Brahmanas. Now we have many, many caste Brahmanas, especially in Vrindavan. Prabhupada writes in the Nectar of Instruction. Nityananda ones, many like that, caste Brahmanas. They claim that they are the one. They have got monopoly. They have got monopoly on preaching. They say only caste Brahmanas can preach. Right? So, and Prabhupada is saying also that this is happening from the creation. Right? We are talking about Nityananda once, the descendant of Nityananda Prabhu, who came and they became caste. And they claim that only caste Brahmanas can preach and only caste Brahmanas can read the Vedas. So they have reversed. Even we see, even during Krishna's time, Krishna's descendant, right? They became averse to Krishna at one point, right? They started to fight Yadus. And then even during Advaitacharya's three sons, they were Vaishnava. And even during Prabhupada's time, Prabhupada's sons, one of his sons was not devoted, and the other son, they were devotees. So that's history is like this. So yes, from the Padma Puran, they reversed. They always remember the rules regulation, forgetting Krishna, right? So and the smart Brahmana, they think that one who must be born in a Brahmana family, caste, to be a guru. One can only become a guru if he's born in this smart Brahmana family caste. So we can see that the caste Goswami is also exclusively priests of Krishna, many, many temples. Very, very profound, very, very deep in ritualistic ceremony. So caste Brahmanas, on the other hand, they worship according to the Mayavadi Panchupasana conception. So this is what is happening. So this Martha, considering Narottam Das Thakur also, just a low-born Kayasta. Narottam Das Thakur was not from a Brahmanical family. Narottam Das Thakur was born in a Kayasta family. Kayasta means like between, Kayasta is a low-born, between Sudra and Vaishya, right? So this is what is happening in the even when Advaitacharya was performing the Shraddha ceremony, for his ancestors, Shraddha ceremony. Advaitacharya is the Lord himself, also incarnation. But when he was performing the Shraddha ceremony, so he has to invite the Brahmanas. But first, he invited the Brahmanas. But first of all, he fed Haridas Thakur prasadam. First person he offered prasadam. The Brahmanas were invited. But the very first person to whom he offered prasad was Haridas Thakur. And Haridas Thakur was born in a Mohammedan family, Yavana. Can you imagine? Feeding a Yavana, but he was not a Yavana. He was a Vaishnava to the high caliber. Mahajan is Lord Brahma himself. So he offered prasadam to a great Vaishnava, Haridas Thakur. First. But Haridas Thakur told him, no, you can't do that. I am just a low-born, Yavana, low class. How can you offer me prasadam? First, you have to offer the Brahmanas first. Then Advaitacharya said, no. By feeding one Haridas Thakur, I am feeding thousands of Brahmanas. Just by feeding one Haridas Thakur, I'm feeding thousands of Brahmanas, or millions of Brahmanas. Can you imagine? One Haridas Thakur. So he gave the prasadam to Haridas Thakur. He ate it. But those brahmanas, the caste brahmanas who were there, they were not happy. They were upset. And the brahmanas told, the caste brahmanas told Advaitacharya, if you continue to associate with Haridas Thakur like this, we are going to disassociate with you. We're not going to come again. We'll reject you. Advaitacharya did not mind. So the caste brahmanas went home. They did not eat. Prasadam was kept for them. They did not take prasadam. They left. They left the place, they went home. And then when they went home, of course they did not eat, they were hungry. And they asked the wife to cook food. This Advaitacharya invited us, but he fed Haridas Thakur. We cannot eat. A low-class Haridas Thakur, Yavana family has taken prasadam before us. That's not justice. You know, injustice. So then the Brahmanas asked the wife to cook. And they have made preparation, but when they were lighting the matchbox for fire, and fire was not coming up. The fire was not coming out from the matchbox. They're trying to lit fire, but fire was not coming. And they tried it whole night, they could not get fire. And they had to fast, they could not eat, because fire was not coming out. And the next day morning, they wanted to cook breakfast at home. And again, they lit a fire, and fire still was not coming. And then they waited for lunchtime, they lit fire again at home. Fire was not coming again. Right? So then the caste brahmanas, they're thinking they have made a big mistake. It's big offenses they have committed. And then they went back to Advaitacharya begging for forgiveness. Right? We have committed big offenses at your feet. Please forgive us. We're trying to lit the fire to cook food, but it's not coming out. Advaitacharya said, no, it's not me. I did not do anything. If you want to beg for forgiveness, you should go to Haridas Thakur. He may forgive you. And then they went to beg for forgiveness from Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur did not take it for him as an offense. He's so humble, right? So after begging for forgiveness, and they went home, and then they were trying to lit them a fire, and then they were able to lit fire, to cook for themselves, right? So we can see here how is the initiation. So this Brahmana, of course, Brahmana is the mood of goodness, but Vaishnava, they are higher, right? Haridas Thakur got the title of Namacharya, very much respected by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would go. He was not allowed to enter the Jagannath temple. He was doing darshan from a distance. He was offering obeisances to the chakra, Sudarshan chakra. And Jagannath himself came out from the temple in the form of Mahaprabhu and went to his house and gave him darshan. Give Haridas Thakur darshan. Right? So when Krishna, I think this Rukmini Devi, it was Rukmini who actually sent a letter to Krishna. And that letter was sent to Krishna to tell Krishna, come and kidnap me. So that Brahmana took the letter and went to Krishna. So when Krishna saw the Brahmana and is asking the Brahmana, how are you? How are you doing? That Brahmana who came to bring the letter. And then he said a very, very interesting point to what is a Brahmana. When a Brahmana is satisfied, whatever come to his own way. A Brahmana should be satisfied whatever come to his way. And if he does not fall away from his religious practice, And those religious practices become his desire cow, fulfilling his desire. Meaning Brahmana, what he should be satisfied with whatever come to his way. That's what Krishna is telling the Brahmana. And then he's saying, but an unsatisfied Brahmana, if he wanders from planet to planet, he will become unpleased even if he become the king of the heaven. Right? A Brahmana who is not satisfied, right? So he will, even if he become the king of heaven, he will not be satisfied. But a satisfied Brahmana, though he may not possess anything, he will rest peacefully. And his body will be free from distress. That is what Krishna, a very good point Krishna is telling to the Brahmana. And Krishna is saying to that Brahmana, what does he do? He repeatedly bowing down. Krishna is saying, I repeatedly bow my head in respect to those Brahmanas. I repeatedly bow my head to those Brahmanas who are satisfied within their lot. So those who are saintly, who are prideless, who are peaceful, are the best well-wishers for the all living entity. This is what this Krishna is saying. So, and then he asks, so how come, what is your reason of coming here to see me? Of course, you brought the letter. But this is the Brahmana. They're acting. And in this verse, it is saying how a Brahmana should be, different types of Brahmanas should be collecting. Yajan, patan, patan. A Brahmana, it is yagya in the true sense. He perform a yagya and he teaching yagya. Right? Performing yagya and teaching yagya. Yajan, patan, patan. And reading the Shastra and then teaching the Shastra to other people. So, Prabhupada is saying also in the purport how different Brahmanas, they are to maintain their livelihood, they have to collect here. So the duty of the Brahmana should not be accepted person in lower social order, especially Vaishyas and Shudras. The duty of Brahmana is to teach Vedic knowledge. The duty of a Brahmana is to teach Vedic knowledge. Yajan, patan, patan. So they perform yagya and they teach yagya, and then they learn Shastra and also teaching Shastra and live on dana, donation. This is how. One time, Rishabdev was saying that the lowest living entity is the aquatics living in the water. Is the lowest, and then higher than the aquatics are the trees, and higher than the trees are the beast, and higher than the beast, of course, reptiles also there, and then the beast, and then humanity, and higher than human beings are the demigods, right? Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma. But then the Lord is saying, but I am more inclined towards the Brahmanas. This is why he's saying, Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmanaitaya Cha Dagaditaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Right? So the cows and the Brahmanas are very, very dear to Krishna. So although the demigods are the highest, but I am more inclined towards Brahmanas. So the Brahmanas, Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmanaitaya Cha. Two things, Brahmanas and the cows. Of course, within these two things, which is more dear is the cows, because brahmanas, they can become corrupted also, can change, can become diverted. But cows do not become diverted. They are always pure, right? So, of course, the brahmanas, Krishna respect the brahmanas very much. Krishna is saying, I'm more inclined towards the brahmanas. And also, I prefer to eat. Krishna preferred, the Lord Vishnu preferred to eat through the mouths of the brahmanas. I mean, this Yagyakun, we offering ahuti, swaha, swaha, swaha. So this offering of ahuti in the Havan Kun, that is the mouth of Lord Vishnu. So he's pleased when people offering the ahuti into the mouths of Lord Vishnu through this Yagyakunda. But he's saying that he preferred to eat, he loved it much more when he eats through the mouths of the brahmanas. Eating through the mouths of brahmanas means that the brahmanas, if we feed brahmanas, by feeding brahmanas, and that's equal to feeding Lord Vishnu. Because Vishnu is saying, I prefer to eat through the mouths of the brahmanas. Right? So that's why somebody taking birth, Brahman Bhoj, somebody died, Brahman Bhoj, we invite Brahmanas and feed Brahmanas, because of course Havan is also done. Havan Kun is also there. But here in Bhagavatam, Vishnu is saying, I prefer to eat through the mouths of Brahmanas. Means that if we want feeding Brahmanas, and that is equal to feeding Lord Vishnu. Vishnu is pleased by feeding the Brahmanas. Because the Brahmanas, they are the learned classes, the head of society, and this is very much liked by Krishna. And Vishnu likes it very much. And one gets a blessing. So, this is why the Vaishnavas, they are the postgraduated Brahmanas, postgraduate Brahmanas. And it is said in Bhagavatam, one who is a Brahmana, means the caste Brahmana, but is not engaged in devotional service. He cannot deliver himself. Because remember, Brahmanas are in the mode of goodness. Vaishnavas, post-graduated Brahmana, they are in the mode of transcendental mode. But mode of goodness is still material, it's still modes of nature, three modes of material nature. That's why a Brahmana who is not doing devotional service cannot deliver himself. What to speak of his family members, he won't be able to deliver. Right? If he cannot deliver himself, and then he won't be able to deliver his family members. Because of not engaging in devotional service. I've said earlier that the caste Brahmana, they have reversed the instruction of the Padma Purana. Always remembering Krishna. What is the goal? What is the sar, the essence? To always remember Krishna. All the rules, regulations that exist, they are the servant of two principles. What is the two principle? Always remember Krishna and never forget Krishna. So the Brahmanas, they remember the rules, regulation, and forgetting Krishna. So, but a caste Brahmana who is not engaged in devotional service cannot deliver himself, what to speak of his family members. But a non-Vaishnava means, someone who is born from a low-class family, even from a low-class family, one who is born from a low-class, but if he start to engage in devotional service, and start to engage in devotional service as in making progress in future, he will be able to deliver himself and deliver his family members as well. Even coming from a low-class, low-born family. But if he is engaging in devotional service, he can deliver himself and he can deliver his family members. Whereas a Brahmana who is not engaged in devotional service, he cannot deliver himself and he cannot deliver his family members as well. So this is a very important point. It's how Vaishnava, they're higher. Of course, Vaishnava means coming from the word Vishnu, the devotees of Lord Vishnu, Vaishnava, Vaishnavi, Vaishnava. Because they're worshipping, they're engaged in devotional service. Otherwise, one remains in the three modes of material nature. Even as Brahmana, still in the modes of nature. Goodness is also modes of material nature. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj was being criticized, and Prabhupada was being criticized. And Prabhupada was also being criticized. When Prabhupada brought the Americans, devotees, to Vrindavan, so the caste Brahmanas, they were saying, they were criticizing. Right? There was actually one Brahmana from the Vrindavan, the caste Brahmana. So when he saw the white body devotees coming, saying that American devotee coming, he told a devotee that this is very nice that you have come to Vrindavan this lifetime. So in your next lifetime, you will be born as a devotee. You will be born in Vrindavan. In your next lifetime, you will be born in Vrindavan. So that devotee went to the temple and told Prabhupada that this Brijbasi is saying that I'm coming from America. I'm so fortunate. I'm coming to Vrindavan. My next life, I'll be born as a devotee in Braj. And Prabhupada replied to that devotee, he told, go and tell him that this Brijbasi, the Brahmana is so fortunate of being able to meet a devotee of ISKCON. In his next life, he will become a Vaishnava devotee, good devotee. So they were criticizing Prabhupada. Was trying to transform the white people, the low class, because the West are considered to be, according to Shastra, the Mohammedan, they are called Yavanas. And the Yavanas, and the other one, Yavanas, Malechas, yeah, the West. The West are compared to be like Malechas because they eat all kinds of stuff. And the Mohammedan are compared to be like Yavanas because they kill animal, they eat meats, cows, everything. Right? So Prabhupada has been able to transform them into devotee. But the caste Brahmana would say, no, you have to be born in a Brahmana family, then you can become devotee. And it's like kind of monopoly on bhakti. So Prabhupada was being criticized. But Prabhupada knows very well what is the purpose of the scripture. We have many. Ramchandra was able to deliver even the animals. Jatayu is not Brahmana, was from the animal. Jatayu, Ramchandra himself, he performed the last rites. He did not do Yadan for his father. So he performed the last rite for Jatayu. And Jatayu was delivered. There was also Garuda, animal. Sudras, many Sudras in the scriptures became first class Vaishnava. The prostitute, Haridas Thakur himself, got delivered. And also, Haridas Thakur. Can you imagine Haridas Thakur, the Lord Mahaprabhu himself did Antin Sanskar, took his body, was dancing with the body of Haridas Thakur, going and collect alms, and buried his body with his own hand. Right? Sutta Goswami. Sutta Goswami, who is the second person reciting Bhagavatam, is not born from a caste Brahmin. Narottam Das Thakur is not born from a caste Brahmin. Many, many such examples are there. But the great Vaishnavas, great devotee of the Lord was able, Ramchandra was able to deliver so many, 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 many people, even animals, even demons. Prahlad Maharaj is not a Brahmana. Prahlad Maharaj is not born from a Brahmanic family. Bali Maharaj is also not born from a Brahmana family. Vitrashur, in Bhagavatam, Vitrashur was not also born from a Brahmana family. He was a demon, Vitrashur. Bali Maharaj from demon family. Prahlad Maharaj from demon's family. Right? In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying, of daityas, of demons, Krishna is saying, of demons I am Prahlad. Of deities I am Prahlad. Because Prahlad is not born from a Brahmanical family. So those who claim that you should be born from a Brahmana family, only then you can become devotee, only then you can read the scriptures, and this is not approved here. So Prabhupada, knowing the Shastra very well, although he was criticized, knowing the Shastra, and you will find in ISKCON we don't have discrimination between castes, because everybody can become Vaishnava. Krishna is impartial, is also partial, but is also impartial. Everyone can become a Vaishnava, a devotee. That's reserved for everybody. Sabri Mata come from a very low class Kshatriya family and hunter family. And she was able to feed Lord Ramachandra these fruits. That's also by eating, tasting first and offered. And Lord accepted it. We have the example of Ramachandra meeting so many, many, many low class, underclass people. And he was able to deliver them. So bhakti is meant for everyone, for everybody can become Vaishnava. So one time, Bhaktivinoda Thakur was invited to have a discussion with the caste Brahmanas, but he could not go. He was not well, so he had sent his son. Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj went. So he went. When Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj went, it's a group of caste Brahmanas, full of caste Brahmanas there. And Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj was glorifying the Brahmanas. Yes, we still respect the Brahmanas, definitely. Because Brahmanas, my battery is low. Just a minute. Yeah. Yeah. He was glorifying the Brahmanas. It is true that we should respect the Brahmanas. We don't disrespect because they're Brahman. And there's another types of Brahmanas called the Dvija Brahman. The Dvija? Yeah. Bandhu is called Bandhu. So, Dvija Bandhu. Dvija Bandhu means those who are born in a Brahmana family. They're born in a Brahmana family, but they are not Brahmanas. They're not practicing Brahmanas. If you go to Vrindavan, you'll find many, many of these caste Brahmin, their sons, they're going to Delhi, they are practicing medicine, doctor, engineer. Doctor and engineer is not Brahmanical work. It's a Sudra work because they're dealing with skin, right? So, but Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj was glorifying and praising the Brahmanas, and all the Brahmanas were so happy. They were enlightened, happy, and pleased. But then Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj said that, yes, but higher than the Brahmanas are the Vaishnavas. And all the devotees were there, all the Vaishnavas who were there, they were so happy and jumping and Hari Bol, Hari Bol. So Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj, so many Vaishnavas, thousands and millions of Vaishnavas came and they wanted to touch his feet. And there was a big crowd, and even the police could not control the crowd. And the police said, okay, Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj, we're going to wash your feet in a drums of water, and then we'll sprinkle the water. Not everybody can come, not possible to come and touch your feet. But then the Brahmanas, the caste Brahmanas, they have made a plot to kill Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj of praising the Sudras, making them into devotees, Vaishnavas and Brahmanas. They wanted to kill. Even the caste Brahman, they have gone to the police and gave bribe to the police. They have given bribe 25,000. That time it was a big money. So they have given 25,000 rupees to the police. You take this money, we'll kill him, but do not take any action. The police said, of course we take bribe, but do not for this kind of matter, for killing a devotee. No, we don't take this kind of bribe. You know? So one time they were trying to beat Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj to run very fast. And he was a devotee there in white grihastha. He has changed his cloth. He has put a white cloth and he has given the brahmachari, because the brahmachari could run very fast. And he has given his dress, orange dress, to that brahmachari. And he has put on the white and he had to hide somewhere. And this is because he was initiating the Sudras, making them Brahmanas. The caste Brahmana, they were very, very angry. So this caste influence was always there, still there, but it's not much nowadays like it was before. So the Brahmanas, they start to also understand the Shastra scriptures. What is the Shastra saying? Of course, definitely, that in the past, Sudras were not allowed to read the Vedas. Sudras were not allowed to read. There's some reason also, because of their not being pure. It's like we also keep discrimination in our temple. Like we cannot allow anyone to go on the altar in the temple. Only Brahmanas, second initiates who can cook. Some discrimination is there. There has to be some discrimination. But it is not that you cannot become a Brahmana. Everyone can become a Brahmana. Even a Shudra can become a Brahmana. Right? But because everybody become purified. Om Pavitra Pavitrova Sarvavastam Gatopiva. That slok defeats. That slok is saying that even if one is impure, anything that we take from impure place, if we come in contact with Krishna, and then it become pure internally as well as externally. Om Pavitra Pavitrova Sarvavatam Gatopiva Yasmarit Pundarik Akshasa Bhabyantara Suchi. Bahya Abhyantara Antara. Externally, internally become pure when it comes in contact with Krishna. So we were all impure people. We are all Kalo Shudra Sambhava. We are all Sudras in this world. Kalo, Kalyug, Sudra Sambhava. We are all Sudras. And so from there we make progress. We go higher. We are all born Sudra. We are all born in ignorance. Om Jnana Timirindasya Jnananjana Salakaya. But when in coming in contact with the Vaishnavas, the devotees of the Lord, and then we become purified. Prabhupada, he had transformed many hippies, many low class, many fallen soul, and transform them, make them pure devotees. Mahajan, GBC, right? So, because of his purity, is a great devotee, Mahajan. So, and then he is able to do that, transform the people into Brahmanas. So we have so many Brahmanas in our society. Vaishnava Brahmanas, yeah, definitely. Vaishnava Brahmanas, there's a difference. So these are authorized. Brahmanas according to the scriptures, beyond the modes of material nature. Because in this caste, Brahmanas is Varnashram, is all within this category of, because the Vedas, what is the Vedas dealing with? Traigunya Visaya Veda is Traigunya Bhavarjuna. Traigunya Visaya Veda. Rise above the three modes of material nature, because the Vedas deal with the modes of nature. So this is why these are very nice verse about the different categories of Brahmanas. What do they do? How do they maintain a family also? Brahmanical family. Hare Krishna. Thank you. It's 1 hour already. Thank you so much. We'll stop here. Wishing you all also happy Kartik months. And I was just in Vrindavan, just returned from Vrindavan yesterday. I'm back in Mauritius right now. So beautiful, Vrindavan. And we also be able to go on parikrama for 1 week. So enlivening, because the feet is finding its shelter by walking in the lands of Brajadham and having darshan of Radhakund, Govardhan, and hearing the chirpings of the birds and the peacock, and very enthusing. And also with multiple prayers to yesterday was also Bhaulastami, appearance of Radhakund. Hare Krishna, thank you. Is there any question?
Thank you so much, Maharaj, for this very wonderful class, saying about how the Brahmanas are there in the society, and how even Vaishnava is greater than a Brahmana, and how a Brahmana can become a Vaishnava, and how Krishna has also given respect to the Brahmana who had come to him. So, and teaching us that we have to respect the Brahmanas. And at last, you said about even Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur pastime. So, thank you so much, Maharaj. And at last, you said that you were in Vrindavan. Thank you so much for saying that you were saying that chopping of birds and all those sceneries in Vrindavan. So it was very relation to here itself. So just pray for us who are all in the forum, so that we can also have the darshan of Vrindavan, Maharaj. And a very happy Kartik month to you also, Maharaj. Pray for us in this Kartik month that we should also get the benediction to go to the all the holy dhams. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much once again. And dear devotees, any questions or realizations for Maharaj, you can go ahead. Okay. I don't see any hand raised, Maharaj, or questions in the chat. I think everyone is relishing the class, which means they are contemplating on the class, like how we were saying about the Brahmins. Yes, in this age of Kali, actually, at present moment, when I was in my childhood itself, that Brahmana thing is gone actually. So when I was in my schooling, in my childhood, there were Brahmanas also studying, but those children, they used to eat even non-veg at that time. So I'm saying about a couple of years before. So I didn't know then. So but after growing up and after coming into this Krishna consciousness, so many things I'm getting revealed by the mercy of all you great Maharajas and Prabhupada. So thank you so much for that, Maharaj. And we have a hand raised from Samsung SMA146B. I think you can reveal your name, Prabhuji or Mataji.
Yes, myself Radha Jyoti Devi Dasi Mataji. Hare Krishna and pranams to you. Hare Krishna, His Holiness, please accept my humble obeisances at the dust of your lotus feet. My question to you is about the offenses. Could you give me or teach me on the offenses which are done, and it will reflect on the holy name that we chant? So how it is relative? I mean, how does it affect our holy name chanting, and which books that you will advise me to go through about the details, all the details and intricacies about the offenses and the relation with the holy name and the bhakti. Hare Krishna.
Okay. It is said, Narottam Das Thakur has written that if we commit offense to the Lord, if one committing offenses to the Lord, so one can actually be relieved from that. We can become free from the offense by chanting his name, right? Because the names is very, very merciful and is non-different from Krishna. And Krishna incarnates as his name in Kali Yuga. Nama is called the Nam Avatar, especially in Kali Yuga. So if one committing offense to the Supreme Lord and is beg for forgiveness, he can be forgiven by glorifying the Lord, by chanting his name. But if one offends a Vaishnava, nahi paritran. There is no paritran. There is no remedy for that. And offending a Vaishnava, especially, is compared to be like a hatimata. Hatimata means mad elephant. Why elephant? Why not tiger? Because tiger, lion. Lion is the king of the forest. It is said that the lion can kill one person, but the elephant can destroy the whole village. A mad, especially mad elephant, right, can destroy everything. So our kripa of bhakti, our garden of bhakti can be destroyed, right? So completely destroyed, definitely, because by offending the Vaishnava, especially offending the Vaishnavas. So Vaishnava aparadh should not be committed. Instead of one should be able to serve. Mahaprabhu has said how to make spiritual advancement very, very clearly. He also mentioned that one should become a devotee is compared to be like a gardener. Just like a gardener planting the seed. So a gardener plant a seed, and then not just planting the seed is required. Three things required for the seed to grow. So planting the seed, that's one thing. A second thing that is required is watering the seed. Right? One has to water the seed and then it will grow. And being like a garden means you have to keep fencing the seed, the plant, and also remove the bad weeds. Sometimes the weeds and the bhakti kripa look similar, very, very similar. So instead of watering the seed, the creeper, we are watering the weeds. And what is growing is the offenses, the weeds, the bad weed is growing. We are cultivating, nourishing the bad things. Something which is very, very precious is meant to be taken care of very, very nicely. It needs to be nurtured, need to be preserved, need to be watered, you know. So planting the seed is one thing. Second thing that is required is the watering. If you don't water your plants of devotion, it will get dried. It will finish when they die also at the end. But watering means, what is watering? That is Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. This is called watering the seed. If you do that daily, Sravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Pada Sevaram, that is like watering the seed. It's getting watered. So the seed has been given already by Guru. The seed has been given by the Parampara. The seed has been given by Prabhupada. And our daily affair, we have to water the seed. And then it will grow. But not only water is required, not only seed is required. There's one more thing required. You know? What is that? It's mainly what we require. One more thing is required, a fertile soil. If you have just a seed, where are you going to put it? If you have just water, how can you water the seed without the soil? So you also need a fertile soil. So three things are required. Not only seed. If you have only seed and water, no fertile soil, you cannot grow. If you have fertile soil and seed, you cannot grow if you don't water. If you have just water and soil, if you don't have the seed, what be useless. So what is this fertile soil now? The fertile soil means to cultivate the Vaishnava qualities, right? Vaishnava quality is also required. These three things. Vaishnava quality, watering the seed, and the seed also is required. is what we need to do. And then our creeper will grow. The creeper of devotion will grow, will leave this planet, will pierce its material world, will pierce Vaikuntha, will pierce Brahma Jyoti, and then will enter Golokadham. So when entering Golokadham, it will produce nice, wonderful fruits. Not these fruits, mango, pineapples, or tarbuj. No, this is not the fruit. The fruit means Krishna Prema. So to get to Krishna Prema, anarthas need to be destroyed. But now we still struggle with the anarthas. So many anarthas in the heart. So these anarthas needs to be from Shraddha to Prema. We're still stuck at the anartha, removing anartha nivriti. And then after that comes, the ruchya shakti, and then bhava, and then we'll get Krishna Prema. There is obstacle even at the state of bhava. Bhava stage. Who fell down from bhava stage? Bharat Maharaj. He came to the state of bhava, but still he fell down from there. So it's a long way to go. So unless we actually become deep, really deep, we have to really take Krishna conscious seriously. And these are teachings of the acharyas, the devotees, Prabhupads, and the many of the acharyas. They are teaching, they're saying the same thing. Mahaprabhu especially was given this to Sanatana Goswami, Rupa Goswami. If you can read that also, the teachings of Rupa and Sanatana, what Mahaprabhu gave them, the essence. This is all from Chaitanya Charitamrita also. From Shraddha to Prema. You can read that, Shraddha to Prema, how to give up slowly all these offenses. And then one can actually make spiritual progress. So Mahaprabhu said a devotee should be like a garden, which is true, like a gardener, protecting the kripa of devotion. Hare Krishna.
So, Maharashji, you mentioned that the bhakti weeds and the bhakti creeper and the weeds creeper looks very similar, and we will not be able to differentiate. And we may give the attention to the weeds also on the name of the bhakti, and it might grow. So, how we will understand that what practices we are doing, because we are not under our guru. We are far away from the teachings, or we are just practicing on the daily basis, but then how we will understand? Could you please teach on this also?
There's a different way of checking different ways of check and balancing. I mean, you're saying we are not under guru, we are under the guru. Why? Because ISKCON is a shiksha
No,
system.
directly. I mean, we are not having once a year we will meet, right? So we will be not corrected on the daily basis, or when it is required at that particular moment when we are giving all the nurturing to the bhakti weeds. That thing I was just trying to.
That's what I'm saying. We are ISKCON is a preaching movement. It's not like previously we're under Gurukul. Guru is there. We are under the session of Guru. But this is a Shiksha movement. So we have Shiksha Guru also. And those who are Gurudev, you may meet once a year. But your Shiksha Guru is there. Temple, at home, or in your congregation. Gurus was checked. And also with us. So how is it similar? Like, for example, you're preaching Krishna consciousness, okay? And somebody become a sannyasi, and then somebody get praised. Oh, you're great sannyasi, you're doing so much, you're doing so many preaching, so much praise, worship, puja, lab, pratishtha, all comes. So which looks like bhakti also, looks similar. And then we start to cultivate that one. This is dangerous in one sense. So whatever we get, whatever praise we get, whatever praise we get, whoever make devotees, so many devotees you're making, so many people who are initiating, what looks like bhakti, yes. But this it's not for us. It is meant for Gurudev. So we pass it on to Guru. Yes, it's not mine. I'm making so many devotees, yes. But without the mercy. If Prabhupada wouldn't have been there, if Gurudev wouldn't have been there, how could I make so many people devotees? So it's not for us. We should pass it on to the parampara. Like one time my Gurudev was saying, he came to Jhansi one time, and he got Jhansi where Prabhupada started the League of Devotees. So he received 50 garland. Received 50 garland. Devotees came to offer him garland. He said, "These garlands are not mine. These garlands are Prabhupada." Because if Prabhupada wouldn't have come to... Prabhupada started a League of Devotees in Jhansi. And when Prabhupada came to Jhansi for the first time, he received not a single garland. Right? Because he did not started the movement yet. Now, because Prabhupada has started this movement, now we are getting so many garlands as sannyasis. My Guru Maharaj is getting so many garlands. It's all because of Prabhupada. So we should not take it for us. So then if we cultivate this kind of mentality, and that's dangerous, right? So this is why Mahaprabhu said, Trinad peace, Sunichena, Tarora peace. Prabhupada also said, Prabhupada, when he went to America, he said, he never said, I started the movie, he said, we, humble we. We started this, we did that. Prabhupada never said I. Because he said also, these disciples who are coming now, it's not mine, it's sent by my Gurudev. So I need to serve them. So this is actually why we should be very careful in, as a gardener, and nurturing, watering, nourishing something which is precious. We should know how to nurture, nourish, and preserve. Yeah, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Maharaj, do you have time? We have only one question in the chat. Do you have time?
Excuse me?
We have one question in the chat, Maharaj. Do you have time? Only one question is there.
Yeah, one last.
Okay. Hemangi Gopeshwari Mataji is asking how to have Vaishnava Brahmana consciousness while doing Shudra work in Kali Yuga.
Can you repeat again, Ata?
How to have a Vaishnava Brahmana consciousness while doing Shudra work in this age of Kali.
Okay, yeah, I think I saw it while I was talking.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Krishna, if we say the Krishna's principle, Arjuna was a Kshatriya. This Gita was not given to a Brahmana. Imagine that. His Bhagavad Gita was given to a Kshatriya, and Kshatriya is the mother of passion. That was Arjuna. Krishna is amazing, right? He gave it to Arjuna. But the whole concept of the Gita, if you see, it's about do not change, do not stop work. We have to work. But Krishna is giving a balanced work in Gita, chapter 8. Ma manusmara yudhyacha. So do your duty, even if it is in the world material Kali Yuga, whatever work you're doing, do your duty. But at the same time, think of Krishna. Ma manusmara, remember me and do your duty. So Kshatriya, Arjuna is a Kshatriya, he has to do his duty, but at the same time, he should be thinking of Krishna. So we should be able to think of Krishna, even if we are doing this work, this kind of work in material world, in Kali Yuga. So this is what will help us is our sadhana in the morning. If we do very good sadhana, strong sadhana, this is a weapon. And sadhana means the means to achieve the sadhya. The means to achieve Krishna is to do sadhana. We should not demonize, we should not minimize, we should not misunderstand the sadhana. Sadhana is very strong. I was telling the other day in the class, Vibhishan was asking Ramachandra, you're going to fight with Ravana. And Ravana has so many missiles, so many bombs and missiles. How are you going to fight with him? You don't have any weapon. And Ramchandra said, I have my weapon. My weapon is my dharma, jnana, and sadhana. That's what he said. Dharma, jnana, and sadhana. So this will be my weapon. And who was defeated? Ravana. Although Ravana had so many weapons. But these were all external. So our internal weapon is very, very, very strong. Our sadhana should be very strong. And if we do our sadhana very strongly in the morning, even if we go out to work, we'll not be affected. We'll be able to remember Krishna even in that situation of work in our different work. So sadhana, getting purified in the morning, and then again go out and work. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Maharaj. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Mataji.
Very wonderfully you gave the question and answer session also, and very, very wonderful class. Thank you so much, dear Maharaj. And with your permission, we'll end the call here. We want your recitation in future also. And please, please don't forget to keep us in your prayers for this full Kartik month. Hare Krishna. So, dear devotees, we can pay our obeisances to Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Please pray for us, Maharaj. Thank you so much.
वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam Maharaj. Hare
राधे
Krishna.
राधे, हरि हरि बोल,
Krishna,
राधे
Nityananda.
गंगा
Nityananda.
नित्यानंद।